Beautiful morning to you out there. I hope you've been having a wonderful time with Blossom and Irebami on Nigeria Today Live. So far, so good. Right now, we have a segment we need to walk through, and that is relationship and lifestyle. I hope you're rising and you're shining this morning because without you doing this, I don't think you'll be able to understand what we're about to talk about on relationship and lifestyle. My name is Olori Adejoke David. My friends call me Olori AJ. I'm not here alone. I have a Jancy host sitting right next to me.
Jancy, Olori, good morning. How are you doing today?
Someone said you are the choir.
I'm the choir mistress.
And I am the choir
coordinator.
I'm the coordinator.
Yeah.
There is God in all these things.
There is.
But it's sweet to know
very.
That
we're twinning.
Beautiful package and title this morning. We are looking all good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So good to be here. Thank you. Good morning, viewers. Welcome to another beautiful and amazing segment of relationship and lifestyle. This is where we give you hacks and tips on how to have the best relationship and live the best lifestyle in society. And trust me, our topic today is very, very interesting, very eye-opening, very informative, the very is unending. Honestly, just sit back and don't go anywhere. My name is Grace Chidimokode, the Gen Z host.
Okay, you heard it from the Gen Z host, Atobapalo, like I gave her. This morning we're looking at what's the how important is physical look to relationship. Are you the type that you always want to have one? Okay, just like me, you say I have my spec. Ladies still have their.
They do. They're even worse than men.
Seriously.
6 packs, tall, pink lips, broad shoulders. Pink lips, honestly. You hear some of them saying.
Let's talk to our guest who is joining us this morning, talking about Eyimofe Onifade. She is the CEO of Murphy's Couch, inner peace advocate and a counselor. Good morning, Eyimofe. How are you? Just a charming smile.
Hi, good morning.
Okay, gratitude is also saying good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Okay, so Eyimofe, I'm sure you heard my conversation with gratitude before, bringing you up now. Okay, so what is so important about physical look when we talk about relationship? I'm going into a relationship. I have my special wishes. Do we call it wishes? I said wishes.
We're horses.
Vegas also want to ride, So how important is physical look to relationship? How important?
Okay. How important is physical look to relationship? I would say not very important. Yeah, but I would also say it's important for you to know what do I want to get from this relationship, right? If all you want to get is just what the physical benefits of the person can bring to you, then maybe you would say is important. But if you're looking at something deeper, if you're looking at friendship, you're looking at relationship, as regards to love, you're looking at relationship as regards to other deeper things, then physical look will not be at the front burner, right? It won't be at the front burner because for you to have very healthy relationship, right, of course there has to be other components, and so let me stop there for now.
I've heard so many people talk about how important physical attraction is to them in relationships. Not more about the look. They don't emphasize more on the look, but I just feel like to them it's very important because you have to have this. There has to be this physical attraction that you have towards your partner in a relationship. And for some weird reasons, people have different parts or very, very weird parts that are very attractive to them. Some would say, some would say the eyes, the fingers, the palm, Jerry, so how important is it to be able to separate the importance of physical attraction and this that we're talking about? How important is it to separate both? How? And is it necessary?
Okay, so like I said, at the beginning, you must ask yourself, what do I want out of this relationship? Right? If what you want out of this relationship is just a physical look, in terms of, say, like a brand ambassador, for example, yes, maybe you're looking at, okay, I just need this person for the physical attribute. But if you're looking at something deeper, if you're looking at something longer, if you intend to keep that relationship, then looks cannot be at the front burner. Yeah. But is it important for you to consider it? If look is a big deal for you in your relationship, then of course, you should consider it. But should that be the only reason, why you are why you are with that person? I wouldn't advise, that, because yes, attraction is easy, right? But subsequently, what happens? Are you able to keep that relationship? A large number of people, are probably going through some disappointments in relationships, because what they set out, what was the attraction initially, is not able to carry the relationship further, right? So you must understand, what you're going into. Yeah. So physical look, it can be, a criteria if it's a big deal to you, right? But it should not be the front burner, and it should not be the only. It should not be the only, condition.
So strange.
Thank you.
But Eyimufe, I want to bring it back again in this way. Now, as much as some ladies would wish their man is like this, or their woman, is like this for the men, and at the end of the day, you don't marry that same person, but you want to change that person after you're married. Yeah, it's happening.
It happens.
Someone who is not fair-skinned, and because you love someone who is fair-skinned, and you believe because you love each other so much, you can just start, maybe the wife was fair-skinned, and decide to start creating the man in the fair-skinned attributes. Does this really help the relationship in bonding? Does this help the relationship in bonding? She mentioned something, the Gen Z, the young ones. Don't let me use the Gen Z, because some people are like, all these Gen Z. The young ones will always want a pink lip guy. These days you see young men, turning their lips to pink. It's from pink, it turns to ash color. And you now imagine, the lips you've not been recognizing before now suddenly comes out looking not too good. Now, in the process of trying to change this person's look, you got something else. Like I ask, I want to know again, how is this helping to bonding in that relationship? What role has this got to do with bonding? If I want to change my man to someone who is fair skinned, or I want to change my woman to someone who is fair skinned because I love fair lady, how connected can this be?
Like the other person must be willing and be open. You should not, try to change people. That's you trying to control them, right? That's you trying to condition them. Okay. So, for example, let's say we have a lady or maybe a man, yeah, that maybe is overweight, for example, right? And then maybe the partner is like, oh, if the partner is looking at it from the point of, you're on the big side and seeing it from the negative point of view, right? then that's not healthy. But if the narrative, is the partner is pushing, is your health, and then the person is actively working with you, is not judging you, okay, by just the look, okay, and it's not making you feel less of yourself. It's not making you feel, or he or she, let me not try to stereotype now. It's not making you feel lesser than you are, or making you feel like the only thing you bring to the table, or the only thing I want from you is your look. If that's not the case, okay, then fine. But if that's the case, where you make the condition the person, that's not healthy. Yeah, but nowadays there are different body enhancement, that is available. So if the both parties are fine with it, right, and the support is there, why not, right? But the key thing is, it should not be the front burner. It should not be the front burner, because once you connect with the person, you would want more. The human being, you want more. You want kindness. You want love. You want the other side of the person. But if the person can't give it to you, then it wouldn't be the person's fault, because maybe the person too has focused on just the physical. All right. So is it important? Oh yes, if it is to you, but then should that be in the front burner? Oh no, it shouldn't. We are looking at a very healthy relationship.
Thank you.
I completely agree with everything you said, but we've heard men
Hello?
say something. They would always hear people say something about men. They would always say
Okay,
men
I can't hear anything anymore.
they actually don't get married to who they love most times. They get married to who is best for them, who they think is best for them, who fits their picture of who they want at that particular time. But is it actually right to try to change someone because they are not fully what you want? There are so many stories, so many things going on right now. You see men trying to change their partners. Someone you met chubby, you're trying to make them slim. So someone you met slim, you're trying to make them fat. Someone you met light skinned, you're trying to make. Someone you met dark skinned, you're trying to make them lighten up their skin, trying to make them change to be who they're not meant to be, because you want them to suit that picture perfect you have of an ideal wife or husband. But is it actually right? Why can't you go for who you want? And is it also right to go for who is available, even if they are not who you want or what you want, and try to change them? And trust me, I understand everything you said, but one thing is, you said something. You said it should be a mutual agreement. But what if it's not truly? Because women would always want to please the man. Once they see that it's what you really want, even if deep down it's not what they want, they're like, oh baby, you want me to add up? You want me to slim down? And they're like, yeah. So okay. They will not tune their mind to feel like they really want it, even when they don't want it. So is it actually right to try to change someone to suit your picture perfect or idea of who a partner or your partner should be? Oh wow, I really didn't have to respond to that, because that has really been a concern.
And like you said, because you want your man or your woman to tilt to what you want, it's like creating your own masterminded personality.
Yeah.
The way you want her, or the way you want you. Either way. All we're saying is, as much as possible, we've had people who decide to just go all the way and tattoo their man's name on their body, and after divorce or separation, or everyone go their separate ways. You now be, each time you look at it, you need to go and remove that tattooed
Or
name.
change it to something else. Why?
And you can imagine you have to go under the laser to do that. The pains. Hey, you're not in my body anyway. But what we're saying is this: if I'm good for you, why not take me to where I am? I don't need to go an extra mile because I'm created for special I'm created specially. I am a great being from my creator. And so looking good and presenting myself the way I am should be the best thing for
Priority.
you.
Yes.
You know, you should like me and receive me and take me the way I am.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to start running helter skelter, walk on my, go for BBL, trying to. No, it's good anyway.
Yeah, if it's a personal choice, if it's something you want, not because of somebody else, it's because you want to look that way, you want that change, not because you're trying to influence someone's perspective of how you should look or shouldn't.
We should just take caution. If you love me, you will wait for me. You remember that song? Onyeka and King Sonia did. If you love me, you will find me. If you love me, you will wait for me. If you can wait for her or wait for him till after marriage, then you take him or her the way you have found, because he who has found a wife, a husband, found a perfect image of God. And so you should connect. Okay. Do you have any more tips on this particular topic? How important is physical look to relationship?
Yeah. So what I would say is physical appearance or how you present yourself is very, very important. If it's for you, not to please somebody else, do it because you know that you should look good. You know that you should fix this part. You know that you should work out to burn unhealthy fat. You know that you should eat healthy to at least look healthy and not to look skinny because you're trying to look appealing to somebody else. So it should be your decision, what you want, because it's your body after all. And trust me, for someone who has met you and is trying to change you, don't listen to that person, because for them to have approached you simply means they love what they saw at first. But it's only going to be a different case if eventually you change from how they met you and you now decide that, I feel like this attraction is not there because I have changed. I am now on the bigger side, so I need to work on this because I want to, not because he wants me to. So it should just be that way.
Okay, it should just be that way. Recently, someone sent me a picture of a lady who was planning for her 50th birthday, I think early next year, and she went for body reconstruction or enhancement or whatever, and she passed on. The invite has gone here and there. So let's think before we make some decisions. Sometimes certain things come our way for us to just have a deeper thinking of who we are and be confident of ourselves. You are created beautifully, perfectly made. It's time for us to go for our tech and gadgets, and